Every day I get probably hundreds of thoughts about what I want to talk about, and I had one earlier, and it's just really escaped me, and I have no clue what it was. But I did want to talk about something, and that is I've made a new routine of today, and these goddamn flies. When it's hot, there's just so many flies about. Anyway, I've made a new routine, and I would say it's probably my first really balanced routine. I felt like I've always tilted one way or the other with certain things, trying to upscale or try to speed ahead a certain thing that I feel like I'm lacking in. And I feel like this time I've kind of just gone, okay, I've got a lot of life, I'm 24, I've got a lot of life, let me just, bring it all up together instead of trying to spearhead one subject, if you will. As I was thinking about my schedule, I thought about how important it is for me to, for you kids to really understand that balance is the most important thing in this world. It really, really is. I believe that balance is everything. And I'll tell you why it's so important. Have you ever had someone that has an opinion or a view, and they will sit there and they will talk about it with such passion and such heart, and you go, wow, I get this guy, and you you have respect for it, and you just listen, and it's just great. It's just really great. And then maybe like a few days later, a month, whatever, you see another guy. Now your brain hasn't changed that much. It's only been a week or two, right? You see a different guy that takes the completely opposite take. And you watch that guy, and this might not happen all the time, but it will happen one or two times to you. And you'll watch that guy, and he will talk, and he will speak with such heart and such amazingness, and you go, well, hold up, that's pretty good as well. He's making some good points. The fact of the matter is, normally when two people are arguing 2 points with such heart, there's a little bit of truth in both of them. Now, that's a bitter pill to swallow for a lot of people on either side of the coin, but that's the facts. If someone sways you in a certain way, there's always got to be a little bit of something in there, right? Sometimes you really, 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 really need to look through it, but sometimes, most of the times, it's in there somewhere. Balance can come from anywhere, not just someone talking about politics or what they think about something, but within yourself, right? Making sure that you're working, but you're not working too much. Making sure that you're spending time alone, but not too much time alone. Making sure that you're eating good, but not too good, It's always a balancing act of making sure that you're always, fairly in the middle somewhere. That doesn't mean you can't lean one here, one there, but just to keep it somewhere in the middle. Balance for me has changed my life. Trying to keep everything near towards the middle, or trying to keep myself on a level. Even as a kid, I was such an angry kid, right? And I was here. And then I came to around about my teenage years. I was just really, maybe a bit too calm, in a sense that I wouldn't say certain things in the sake of trying to keep the emotions low, or to keep things peaceful. And now I'm getting more towards the middle. I don't know where I'm at really. I will probably view this video in years to come and tell myself where I was. I feel more towards the middle. But it's taken me a long time to realize that, and it's not only my mood or my health or the political stance I take, but everything. And sometimes I come to an aspect of my life and it's like one here or it's right here, and I'm like, well, okay, let's crank that right. Yep, that's it. Okay, great. And there's so much in life that you understand that you will never always correct everything to that middle point. But your job is that when you do see it this way or that way, to try and correct it as much as possible. Again, it doesn't need to be smack down in the middle, just needs to be near the middle, I think. Sometimes it's quite hard to understand the middle, especially when you're in certain environments, right? Like, let's say you grew up in a family where it was basically a lot of them in the army, right? And you got a lot of tough love, let's just say that, right? Now, where's the middle of that? It's very hard to know tough love and then just relaxed love. I don't know, you know? Where do you find that middle? And because if everyone around you has been in the army, you grew up in the army and whatnot, in an army family, tough love might be your middle. And that's very hard, but what I would suggest to you is to try and go outside of your family, outside of your culture, outside of where you live, where you grew up, things like that, and talk to everyone. Get a good chunk of opinions and thoughts on the matter, and then get the needle, get the tough love, get the other opinions, and dash it somewhere in the middle. I don't know what I wanted to talk about today, but I believe balance is one of the best lessons I'll probably ever be able to teach you guys. So you'll probably hear me talk about this a lot, you know. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.